Hello there. It's M back in the world. Back with my tribute to the spooky season. Here with a piece I decided to call Halloween Slumber. And I will be here and there with commentary and enjoy. To begin with, I started sketching the general motif. This one I actually knew the motif in advance, which made it a little bit easier to sketch it, but nonetheless, I went over the sketch and started painting a little after that. I used watercolor mostly for the painting and watercolor pencils and graphite pencils for the texture. Like here, I'm starting the watercoloring, and since this was very heavily inspired by lighting and shadow contrast, I needed to do really small parts at a time. So here I'm doing the light, the eyes and the candle. The thing with watercolor is that you have to be patient and wait for the piece to dry. Though in this case I was pretty happy with a little bit bleeding out into the other areas, so I went in a little bit early a lot of the times to have the color blend together. Starting the fur texture on the cat using watercolor. I will switch between different watercolor pencils and graphite pencils to get the right fur texture, but slowly drawing in these lines and blending them together with water afterwards.
Perfect.
I'm slowly making my way through the painting, filling in the larger areas and generally giving it shape. I'm further defining the features of the cat. I was a little bit too early with this layer here, since it's starting to bleed into the rest of the painting. But I used it to make an eerie green light out of it, so it worked out. jack-o'-lantern actually was bothering me a lot. You will see that I actually changed its color and shape a few times throughout the painting. I kept getting annoyed that it looked too plastic in comparison to the cat. I am using the graphite pencil to the fur because that won't blend out when the water gets applied, giving the strands of hair a more defined look. It's not really Halloween without some candy, so here's some candy for good measure. Now I'm reinforcing the greenish light to make it even more spooky. Now onto the backgrounds and ambience of the piece. I'm using watercolor dabbed on to make a uneven texture, and then I'm making the texture more uniform by using watercolor pencils. I'm not really concerned about making it that neat, since this is an accent to the piece itself. So the carpet and the sky they're on doesn't really matter that much, other than it has to add to the ambience. Trying to finish up with some detail and texture. correcting small mistakes I find here and there. Quick note, I'm using the tissues a lot to add a lot of color and then removing it to give a shadow and light effect where it is needed. Like here, I am using it where I add a lot of color and then remove it again, leaving a shadow behind. Here I'm using a softer graphite pencil to reinforcing the shadows. And I'm doing my last makeover to the pumpkin, making it a little more in line with the rest of the piece. And there you have it, the last details, and it's done. Hope you like it. As I said throughout, I used watercolor, different size brushes, graphite pencils and watercolor pencils. I hope you enjoyed. See you next time.